Collective. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, my name is Coach Liz. All right, y'all. Weekly forecast. We're gonna tap in to see what's going on or what's coming up this week. Y'all know I like to do a little meditation before I start the reading, just to see what I'm getting myself into, see what's going on. Collective. I feel like this week you're really focusing on taking action, assertive action, confident. I'm hearing leadership. Like, I don't know if you're stepping into that role or if that's what the energy that you're stepping into this week. I am picking up a lot of going for it, right? I keep hearing like just go for it or going for it. This could also have to be with you focusing on just yourself, like taking action on the things that you know you need to do to bring yourself back into balance, almost coming back home to self, right? I'm hearing also back to the basics, like if you're I don't know if you're in a transition of something or you're going into a different you're stepping into a different season, which we're in spring, right? So it's almost like, I don't know if the winter months you were really planning, coming up with systems, new systems, almost maybe things that you were not used to doing, just switching it up. And I feel like now in this season you're getting ready to apply those systems, you're getting ready to take action towards them. Something about love is very significant. I know that's random as hell, but for some of you, you may be even opening up yourself to relationships, partnerships, commitment, but first by showing yourself that love, right? It's like, I don't know if you've made a decision to finally, maybe you went through a period of solitude or withdrawal or just, enjoying your singlehood. But I feel like you're now stepping into a season in your life where you're wanting to live it a little bit differently, but not lose yourself in the process, right? Not lose the hard work that you've been putting into yourself. For some of you, you're really focusing on your weight loss or your fitness journey. So it's like you're putting yourself first in that way, right? Like you're making sure you don't lose sight of what the goal is with it, which is betterment of yourself, right? Growth of self growth, right? But I feel like now you're ready to integrate someone that may align with that type of energy, right? So, okay, I like it, collective. It feels good stepping into this weekly's energy. Yeah, look, door to personal happiness, healing and happiness. So you have been doing a lot of self work, right? But because I say that because you pulled the love yourself first. So I know that you were really just making sure that you were good before giving to others or opening yourself to others, right? You wanted to make sure that you had yourself together before moving on. I just saw 333 on the timer. I also saw 143. So those numbers could be very significant. Look, the root, assertiveness, action. For some of you, you've been eating healthier, maybe a lot more root, vegetables, beets, carrots. I mean, I don't know. Things like that. I don't know why that's coming through, but it's coming through heavy. The color red or dark oranges. So the root chakra and the sacral chakra could be very significant for you this week. Your passion, your creative endeavors, and you taking action towards those, staying grounded in the midst of everything that's going on, almost kind of like anchoring yourself in like what you've built for yourself, like the hard work you've put into yourself, because you are opening the door to someone else or something else, I feel. Okay. Let's see. Look, yes, the heart chakra. Maybe you're opening yourself up to relationships, partnerships, love, romantic, I'm hearing romanticism, maybe. So let's see. All right, y'all. Remember, this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate. So if it does not, don't force a shoe to fit. There's going to be more readings to come. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. Thank y'all so much for the support. Goddess of the Moon. Pisces, Cancer energy could be significant. All right, weekly forecast for the collective. Rest and rejuvenation. So that's exactly what I feel like you've been doing. You've been doing a lot of resting, you just going within, right? You learning lessons, mastering yourself, mastering your emotions as well. Something about your emotions. I'm also hearing hormones. I'm hearing defrosting the nervous system for some of you. Like I was picking up on the word recalibrating a lot in a previous reading. So I feel like that's what you've been doing. Almost kind of like maybe even sitting out from a lot of parties or partying or doing too much, right? It's like you kind of shifted your focus within for a period of time. Or I feel like that's something that you could be doing this week. Look, patience. A lot of meditation, calm energy. I feel like you're stepping into a very maybe calm season because you've been doing a lot of the planning. When I say calm, it's almost like counterintuitive, right? Because at the beginning of the reading, I was saying that you're taking action, right? But that's what this feels like. It's like you are taking action, but it almost feels like very calculated action. Like you've been planning this, you've been strategizing in silence, maybe just I'm hearing future focus. So it's like because you have been, I'm hearing putting your ducks in a row, I feel like this season you're going to be able to just, go with those steps, right? Like you've already came up with the blueprint. Now you just got to follow the blueprint, right? For some of you, there is an energy of you coming up into something about support, maybe a new support system, something that's going to bring relief. Maybe you felt like you've had to do a lot on your own or you had to carry a lot on your own. And it was meant for that because you had to learn how to love yourself first. Like you had to learn certain things about you. Again, something about your emotions, your hormones, if we're talking physical, right? Like maybe that was something. I am hearing medical, so maybe that was something that you were working through. Maybe you were on certain medicines or things like that to help you through the process or to help you maybe with depression or something about emotions, right? Something with the emotions. I don't know, maybe you were going through a lot of trauma or healing from a lot of trauma, but it does feel like you kind of had to withdraw, release, remove yourself from a lot of situations, people, places, things to kind of love on yourself for a while. I feel like I could be talking to a masculine or a divine masculine who had to withdraw and take time to heal, to go within, to bring, maybe to ground, to root, to uproot. Maybe you had to uproot. Maybe there was something in your community or someone in your community, or you had to uproot, right? You had to leave a community behind, or maybe that's what you're planning on doing this week. Look, walking away wanted to pop out. It didn't flip over, so I'm not going to take it. So maybe you do have to walk away or uproot, right? You have to leave certain things behind. You could be going through like a shadow period, or you could have went through a shadow period, but I feel like this week, you're being patient with yourself. You're being more, how can I put it? You're viewing yourself in all angles, but in a very, maybe inquisitive is the word, where you're analyzing yourself, your emotions, your life, your lessons, the people in it, the people that no longer align with it, the places that you've been, the places that don't know that I'm stuttering. the places that no longer align with you as well. It's almost like you're taking things, everything in your life, and you are reviewing it, or you have reviewed it, right? And I feel like this week you're finally, you're giving, I'm hearing you've given time what it needed. You've given yourself that time, and now it's like you're coming out, like I said, very knowledgeable, very prepared. That's the word. You're coming out prepared. That's the word I was looking for. Like you're prepared for whatever's coming because you allowed yourself to pull away and learn the lessons, right? And it's like most people like to go, go, go. What's next? Okay, I finished that. All right, what's next? That went that way. Okay, what's next? Oh, that a relationship didn't work out. Okay, who's next? Oh, that job didn't work out. Okay, what's next? It's almost like you stop saying what's next for a little bit and really started to analyze and again review things, people, places in your life. Like you started to really see what belongs and what doesn't, right? And because I'm hearing clean house, like maybe you've been cleaning house, removing people, maybe you're spring cleaning for some of you this upcoming week, but it does feel like the cleaning house is going a little deeper than just you vacuuming and cleaning the baseboards. This feels more so like people that no longer serve their purpose in your life, jobs that no longer appreciate you or you appreciate the job, foods that no longer serve your body. Maybe at one point they did, now they don't. For some of you, I'm hearing reduce the salt, and maybe reduce the salt in many different ways. Reduce the salty people in your life, the haters, right? You're realizing who is the fucking haters, who is here to just, I'm hearing something about thirst. I don't know if people are thirsty for your attention. 1212 on the timer. It's like you've been quenching other people's thirst, and this whole time it's like, well, what quenches mine, right? And that's why I feel like you've pulled away. I feel like that's why you've been quiet. Maybe people have been wondering why you've been so quiet, and it's because you are realizing, right? You're learning lessons about you. Mostly this feels like mostly home, your temple, your surroundings, your environment, right? The things that actually the things that you feel like you've been investing in for so long, and it's almost like you're looking at the things that you've been investing in, and this week you're looking at those things and really asking yourself, like, this thing, or this person, or this job still serve me, right? Is it what that I've been investing in? Is it still giving me what I was looking for in the first place? Do I still need it? Like, do I still use this item, or do I still, is this person still, I mean, not saying that we use people, but sometimes what are you doing in my life, or what am I doing in yours, if we're not helping each other grow, right? Are we just comfortable here, or are we going somewhere with this? And I feel like these are the things that you're asking yourself this week, collective. There is a need for you to be patient, especially if you are making a lot of changes. For some of you, if you are on a journey to, I am picking up on this energy of you focusing on your wellness, your health, to be patient with that as well. I'm hearing it's not going to happen overnight, but it is something that, you're always worth the investment. If anything, you are ultimately the best investment, right? For some of you, you could be, focusing on your manifestations. And that's what I was kind of picking up on, is the fact that, maybe during the winter months, you were doing a lot of planning, strategizing, coming up with, I'm hearing solutions, right? I don't know if you had gone through a difficult period where you had no choice but to surrender and pull away and sit, right? Maybe you had to sit something out. But it was meant to go that way. It was divinely guided that way, because you needed to realize your own power, your own maybe you were looking for happiness in other places, and you realize during this period of solitude that you are your biggest investment, that you have all the tools necessary to make something, I'm hearing make something shake. So I don't know. Let's see, collective. I like this energy for you. For some of you, there are good news coming in, something that will help with, it feels like relief. I don't know if it's news that you were waiting for or waiting on. For some of you, it could be in regards to a home. I don't know if you were purchasing a home or in the process of purchasing a home. There's good news about that coming in. For some of you, you were wondering if you were going to get approved for it. I feel like that is a big yes. Yeah, look, that's what I'm talking about. I feel like you are getting approved. I am hearing loan, or you're going to get the home that you are looking for. I don't know, for some of you, it could really be in doubt, fear, anxiety, wondering if something is going to work out. So if you find yourself this week where, sleepless nights, not knowing where you stand, not knowing where things are going, there is a need for you to pull back, collective. There's a need for you to rest, rejuvenate, not fall into that rabbit. Is it the rabbit hole? My mind just went blank. Once you allow yourself, one negative thought can turn into a million in less than 0.5 seconds, right? Like one thing can turn into the next, and now you are in this dark place where now it's hard to dig yourself out of. And sometimes you don't even realize you're digging yourself into that hole. So there is a need this week, divine masculine or divine feminine. The reason why I say divine masculine is because I'm reading it. There is a need for you to ground yourself, right? If you're a divine feminine, there's a need for you to ground yourself. Step into that masculine energy, right? Let yourself, I was going to say let yourself know. So maybe you do need to have like this self-talk, right? Where everything is fine. You are supported, right? You are where you need to be. Things are aligning as they should, when they should, how they should, right? Maybe right now there is a good spending time near water, or again, something about gardening or root vegetables. Eating root vegetables could be very beneficial this week. Spending time in nature or near a tree is also very beneficial to help you kind of ground those emotions or that energy of not knowing if you should keep investing in a situation, if you should keep working on something, if you should keep going with it. Whatever it is, though, if it's becoming overwhelming, if it's a burden, if it's exhausting, whatever it is, if it's a job, it's a relationship, it's a friendship, it's a whatever, it needs to be put down. It needs to be put down. You don't need to carry it, especially not alone. All right, what do we have for this upcoming week for the collective? Let's get some clarity. I wanted to keep that Nine of Swords out because it did flip out. So some of you, what is this resonate? Yeah, the Lovers. Okay. So this could have to do with a relationship or a connection or a partnership or soulmate relationship or soulmate connection. With the Lovers energy, it does feel like there's a decision that you may need to make, or that it's a big decision that you feel like you need to make. Look at the Temperance energy. You have it both in this deck and it's showing up in tarot. So divine timing is at play, right? If it feels confusing right now, if it feels like you don't know which direction to go, it could be because it's not time for you to know yet, right? So instead of feeding into the doubt, the fear, the anxiety, redirect that focus into yourself, into loving yourself, into your fitness goals, into eating healthier, into spending time with those who do pour life into you, those who do want to see you grow and be better and do better. For some of you, if you don't have that support system, make it. Your ancestors. I know for some of you are like, what am I supposed to pray to a ghost? Yes. Pray to the fucking ghost. If you have to. If you have to. You're never alone. You really are never alone. So when we, like when, how can I put this? I feel like, we are, and this is just my belief, right? And I'm about to go into a little rant. You can just fast forward if you want to. But I feel like when we lose people, right? When I say lose, I mean in their physical, right? When our loved ones pass on, yes, it is a very traumatic, it can be very traumatic, very hurtful experience. But I do feel like that energy never really leaves us, right? And I think they just leave our physical, the human form, but that energy of that person, that soul, I feel like somehow lives around us. I don't know whether it's through a thing, whether it's through a memory, whether it is actually their energetic presence still being around. Um, so I don't feel like we're really ever alone, right? I don't feel like we're ever really alone. And what's crazy that we're talking about this is an angel, right? For some of you, you have like your guardian angels, your spirit guides literally surrounding you, covering you, protecting you. For some of you, you do have someone that has passed on. This could have been someone close to you, friendships, people who, you consider, part of your support system. This I am getting heavy like angel energy. I mean, look at the wings. You got him showing up in two decks. I'm getting Gemini energy as well. Also Sagittarian. And Aries. Heavy Aries. With the Lover's energy, for some of you, there could be, maybe there's a, I want to say relationship, but this feels more than just like a relationship. Even if it's a friendship, it feels like a very important connection here. And I don't know if there's, maybe like I was picking up earlier, you're deciding to open yourself up to maybe dating or a relationship. Maybe you had been loving on yourself for such a long time, being on your own, being on this solo journey. Now you're like wondering, right? Should I open myself up because it is a risk. It is a risk. Love is a risk, or it can be if you look at it that way. But anything, honestly, it's a fucking risk if you think about it. You never really know how something is gonna truly work out, right? You never really know. So I feel like you're being divinely guided, and I feel like that should be enough, or that is enough. Now I'm going to take the should. That is enough for you to feel like, I'm hearing feel safe. So the doubts, the fears, the anxiety, the questions, the should I not, let it go. I feel like this week collective, it's almost like you've done the planning yourself, right? But I feel like now the divine is coming and stepping in to help you navigate that plan you came up with. It's almost like you're getting a big good job, good job from the universe, from the divine, telling you like congratulating you almost for doing the hard work within yourself first, that now they're ready to kind of like guide you, like, okay, you did the hard work, now let me help you, right? Now let me help you a little bit. Oh, I'm gonna cry, you guys. Oh, it almost just feels like it's been a long road. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I can't stand it when I get like this in readings. It almost feels like, I don't know if you're meeting someone or coming across someone who just brings this big feeling of relief because you've been investing in something or working on something for so long on your own, that it is nice to finally come into contact with a support system or people who you can rely on, right? That you can trust. I'm seeing a big cup of water, like someone offering you a cup of water after running a long ass marathon. Like, I'm looking at this girl right here, and it's almost like you're like someone at the finish line, and maybe not even at the finish line because you're not done yet. This almost feels like midway, right? Like halfway through the race, it's like someone comes in and offers you their cup of love, right? And it almost like you're like, damn, I was almost about to give up. Like I was thirsty. You might be thirsty. Maybe drink some water. Let me drink some water because I'm over here about to cry. You may feel like, you're ready to give up, but someone shows up offering you their cup of love to help you push through, right? It's almost that sense of relief. And it could just be the divine showing up in a way for you where you're like, damn, that's the push I needed, right? That's the relief I needed. Okay, with the High Priestess. Oh, this energy feels so good, y'all. This week is going to feel so nice. The High Priestess, Taurus energy does talk about like your intuition, right? And that also talks about the divine feminine energy. So it's so funny that we have divine masculine energy and divine feminine energy both showing up, which lets me know that you have someone showing up who is going to bring a balance to your life and vice versa. And if this is just you this week, just, I hear somebody saying, nope, it's just me. I feel like within you, again, you've learned to love yourself so deeply that your masculine energy and both your feminine energy have found a way to commingle, like work together, right? Like the moments that you start digging yourself into this deep hole, it's almost like there's a switch that turns on you and your divine masculine energy pops up and says, you know what? Yes, you fell. Yes, you may have fallen, you may have failed, you may want to quit, but get up, dust yourself off and keep going. Take this cup of water and keep running. For some of you, there is someone in your family or someone who you could have been in a family dynamic that kept you in this lack mentality, right? Where maybe you felt like you had to search for something outside of you to bring you that happiness, that fulfillment, right? That happily ever after. But I feel like there's something within you where you felt like that chasing, like you were tired. Maybe, again, that's where the marathon comes in. Like you got tired of running. You got tired of chasing. Instead, you started to focus on just, instead of running a race against other people or feeling like you were running a race to prove something, I feel like you really started to run the race to prove something to yourself. Right? More so than anyone else. It's like you started to ride your own wave. You started to focus on how things affected you and how you affected the world. How you showed up in the world. I feel like you've done a lot of introspection, like deep meditation, asking the hard questions, or asking yourself those hard questions. Also, I feel like you've really healed through a lot of generational, I'm hearing trauma and patterns. So there's a lot of decisions and almost a lot of things that you had to release, let go of certain beliefs as well. Like you had to heal through a lot of I'm hearing falseness, almost to the point where you almost question who or what can I trust? Right? Who's trustworthy? Who can I trust with what I'm building? Who can I trust with who I am or who I'm becoming? Who's going to see the value in what I am building? Right? And I feel like at some point, in the past, because I do feel like that's what you've been doing. Now this week, you're stepping into this energy of balance, integrity, knowing exactly who and what you are, truth. I'm hearing truth. Right? I feel like even if you have not yet found those who you can trust, I feel like you yourself can trust you. right? Like your discernment, your decision making, the person that you are and the person that you're becoming. I'm hearing integrity, like heavy on the integrity because of how you're moving, right? You're taking action, assertive action towards your toward what you feel is right, what you feel is fair. There is justice here showing up, letting me know that, again, with divine timing and patience, the scales are balancing even without you even trying. Like I said, you've come up with the purpose. Excuse me. Okay, maybe you do have a purpose. I mean, we all do, but I feel like you understood or you understand your purpose. And I feel like you've been creating or strategizing or planning. And I feel like now, I feel like this week, you're just letting time do its thing, right? You're just letting time balance the scales. You're just letting time do what it does, right? For some of you, there could be some truth coming out that will balance the scales for you. Like there's something closing out. There's a cycle closing out. There's an energy of celebration, right? And this could just be you celebrating, you stepping into a more confident role, right? Maybe even a leadership, something about respect, like people respecting you for who you are and what you're becoming and the things that you have accomplished. I feel like you're something about how you speak is also very significant. Like people listen to what you say. I'm hearing what you say is law. I mean, I don't want to make it seem like, oh my God, you know everything, but I do feel like when you speak, people listen. Like when you speak, people respect the words that come out of your mouth because of how you move with your own actions, right? You could be a person that's very mysterious, very quiet, or you don't speak just because you got a mouth. You use your mouth to share valuable information. I'm hearing your word is bond. So people really respect what you say to them. Like they trust that what you're saying to them is because it's for their higher or greatest good. I also feel like for some of you you're getting good news about a legal matter this week. If that does resonate with you, there could be legalities, legal matters in the midst here this upcoming week. I do feel like there is an energy of a celebration. I don't know. When I said word is bond, I don't know if somebody's going to be released out on bond or somebody wants to be released on bond. I don't know. That's really out the blue, but I'm picking it up. So I'm saying it. Yeah. I don't know if this is like a wish or something like that come true, or you're wishing something like that, like a positive, something coming from the law system, or just good news when it comes to that. Let me just put it that way, because I know that's not going to align with everybody. You have the World, the Star, and the Chariot all at the bottom of the deck. These are all major arcana. It lets me know that there's cycles closing, like I said, completion, celebration, and wishes coming true, right? There's something that you've been hoping and praying for that it will move forward. And I feel like it's getting ready to pick up speed. What else with patience? Look at this. Celebration. Good news. Victory. Success. Like I said, people respect you. People respect you because I feel like some of these people have also watched you progress, grow, right? Like they maybe you're the type of person that doesn't have to vocalize every time you have to do something, right? Or announce like, hey, I'm gonna go in hiding, I'm gonna go do the self-work, I'll be back when I'm finished, right? Some people do that. That's great. They do it, come back, and they say, hey, I'm back. That's great. Okay. They announce it. I don't feel like you move like that. And the reason why I say that is because the high priestess, like I said, she's a very mysterious energy. I feel like one minute you're here, the next minute you're gone. And when you're gone, it's not because you're not doing anything or you're ghosting people. It's because you feel like there's something that you need to do within yourself, right? There's something that you're working on within yourself. And I feel like maybe I am picking up hermit energy. Maybe you isolated because of this rest and rejuvenation where you pulled away to focus on you, to build on you, to love on yourself. And people have been watching you progressing, growing, and now they're respecting that hard work because they're seeing that you do things with integrity, that they can trust you, that your word, I mean, again, your word is bond, like what you say is law. And not, and maybe you are a lawyer, I don't know, but maybe you're so respected that it's like your integrity, how you show up for yourself and other people, and how you've been doing that over time, because I feel like there's time here. Maybe it took some time for people to acknowledge or realize who you were, or the person that you were becoming, or the person that you are now. Someone sees the value in you though. With this Nine of Pentacles, it's like someone sees that you're valuable, that you are irreplaceable for someone. Or maybe you have made yourself, like you've worked on yourself so much that you have become somewhat irreplaceable, right? To some people, to the people around you. It's like people are celebrating you, not because they are worshiping you. It doesn't feel like that. It just more so feels like they too want to learn, right? They too want to see how you're doing it because they like it. They like how you're carrying yourself. It's like you know your own value, but there's a sense of humility, right? Like there's still humble energy that surrounds you. It's like you're pride, but not prideful. It's like you have a healthy ego, but you're not egotistical. It's like you are confident, but you're not cocky. It's like you're beautiful, but you're beautiful inside as well. Like something about where there's this, there's that. I don't know why I'm picking that up, because I do feel like there's someone here who is analyzing every angle of you, or maybe this is you. But it does feel like there's someone else here seeing this. So let's see. What is this thinking man? Okay, death wanted to come out almost in the reverse. Somebody could have been mourning the loss of someone. Somebody could receive news about someone literally passing away with the death energy. I'm picking that up. Yeah, the Ace of Swords. It's like some news came in, some truth or something like that came in. But this also feels like someone's realizing the truth of a situation. I was picking up on something where maybe a group of people, like a community of people, no longer aligning with you or with what you have going on or in the direction that you're going in. It's almost like I said, you're leaving certain things behind. You can't hold on to, I'm just going to put it like this. There's a lot of spring cleaning going on. There's a lot of fucking spring cleaning going on. And I'm not trying to be funny or anything like that, right? But it almost feels like the spring cleaning is coming in so many different ways. Like, there could be individuals, people, places, things ending, like jobs closing down, people passing away, systems no longer working, beliefs that people are realizing their falls and they've been following a certain system for so long that's no longer applicable is the word I want to use. Whatever it is, like I said, it just feels like a reset. Like there's something that's completely ending because whatever system that was, and it could be a law system, it could be something that people were used to following, right? And it was only a matter of time that it was going to end. It had to come to an end. And I feel like this week, either you are experiencing this energy in an individual level, but I also feel like in a worldly level, the world, I don't even know if I said that right, but yeah, it just feels like those things are also being exposed, acknowledged, ended, and transformed and put to rest. It is the year of the horse, and we have two horses here, and we were talking about taking action towards something. This is the year of action. This is the year of going after the things we fucking want, right? Like this is the year when shit. I'm telling y'all, we may be mourning, we may be sad right now. You could be going through a period of rejuvenation, like I said, recalibration, regeneration, reset, like just getting yourself back together, because the rest of the race, picking up on that marathon energy again, it's like someone coming into your life to give you that cup of water, and and if it's not an actual person, I am picking up on guardian angel, Archangel Gabriel. Doesn't Gabriel come to you in the form of a person? I feel like I may be mixing my angels up, but let me know in the comments. It just feels like whatever it is, whatever this transformation, whatever this ending, like there's someone here or something here, someone, a higher power showing up to hand you that cup that's going to help you finish off the rest of the race. It's like a sense of relief here. It could just be a support system as well, right? A group of people that give you the strength. There you go. It came right on fucking time. I love this. I love this, collective. Like the strength, death, and then followed by the strength. That lets me know that whatever is coming in for you this week, collective, whatever situation you've been going through, because we did start off with the anxiety card, right? The 9 of Swords. Whatever that was, it literally transformed as the week goes on. I feel like as you start to realize, right, what all is happening around you, and then you go within, you meditate, you pray, you love on yourself first. In the midst of all of that, collective, there is someone or something here showing up to get you through, to push you through, to guide you through. I'm almost picking up, I'm envisioning that energy of, when you're on a horse and there's someone like walking your horse, like someone pulling on the, what do you call them? The reins, I guess, the little things, like someone walking with you on the horse, somebody pulling your horse, guiding your horse. I'm almost picking up there's someone here divinely guiding your horse, right? Divinely guiding your horse. And with the strength energy, I do feel like I was picking up again on that ego, right? That healthy ego, realizing that you again have the tools that you need to be able to get through whatever it is that you're getting through. And it's like I'm hearing, you can't quit now. I mean, you can, but you can't. You can't quit now. You're too close to the end, collective. Look at this rebirth. Ooh, the rebirth energy. Judgment. Going into the ground a certain way, coming out a completely new way, right? And that's what it feels like is going on. I mean, not even just in your energy, collective. It feels like in overall, like we are all experiencing some sort of rebirth, right? Like we are becoming, I feel like if we are not awakening to what the hell is going on in the world and you're not doing the inner work, like you're just going to get stuck. You're just going to get stuck. And I feel like I'm talking to a collective that realizes that is awakened, that, they're making changes. They're making the transformation. Like you're seeing the value in what really actually fucking matters, right? I like this. I really like this, actually. Like this weekly message has probably been one of my favorite. It's probably been one of my favorite, collective. All right, let's close it out with an oracle message. Weekly forecast for the collective. If you've made it this far, you guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We are slowly growing, but we are growing. And I'm so glad that you guys are deciding to join the team and help the channel grow. All right, messages for the collective. For some of you, I don't know, you could be, something about Chinese food could be significant. You could be eating Chinese food, 44 on the timer. Maybe you and the family doing Chinese for dinner. Look, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, collective. Oh my goodness. Do you see this? Y'all, I can't make this up. What'd that say right there? No place like home. I'm telling y'all, somebody's really and then on this other deck, you got home on this right there. Yeah, something about home is very significant. Somebody thinking about coming home or being close to home, or someone just coming, loving on yourself. Again, yes, loving on yourself. Something about your temple is very significant. Taking care of your temple. All right, the number 26. It reduces to an 8, which talks about power. What else? I'm also hearing infinity. So, and look, you have the strength right here. So Leo could be significant. Leo season could be significant. Scorpio also. Libra, Taurus, and I think I said Gemini. I just realized you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana out of 7 cards. So a lot of changes coming in. All right, it reads, your desires are effortlessly fulfilled now. Find joy in the present moment. Whatever is happening, and be satisfied with the things as they are. You're free from the shackles of longing and able to experience the liberation that comes from actually being happy moment to moment, for you have chosen happiness over yearning for it. Now is the time for feeling joy for the sake of joy and experiencing contentment. I love this. None of this is because of something outside yourself. Your happiness is a result of you being at one with Spirit's plan for your life. All is well. The tide is in for now. Enjoy playfully splashing in it. Y'all, that just gave me goosebumps. That just gave me goosebumps. Like, do y'all know how, because I was thinking, if you have children, right, you just see how they're innocent and they have no worry in the world. I'm about to cry again. Oh, I'm about to cry again. But their innocence, right? Like, they have no worry in the world, no bills, no nothing, right? If you are lucky enough to be born into that, or blessed to be born into that. Being an adult in that type of energy, I'm about to cry. Why y'all got me crying like this, collective? I guess that's what it feels like to be really happy, right? They call them happy tears. Anyway, collective, before y'all really make me boo-hoo, it just really feels like you're learning how to live in your own bubble, but yet still care for others, right? Like, you're learning how to ride your own wave and enjoy your wave, but also be there for others, right? It's like that balance you've learned to master. And I love that for you. Something, again, about home, very significant this week, collective. Just take care of you, take care of home, take care of your temple, take care of your body. And understand that you have, like, again, the tools to manifest everything that you so desire. Like, you have literally everything in the bag to make some shit shake. Period. Okay? Whew, I love this message, y'all. Okay. Again, y'all, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I hope this message gave you a little bit of clarity and guidance on this upcoming week. And I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.